Hi, everyone. Good evening. Yes, Coven of Curiosities has a show on Monday. We did a special show for some amazing ladies that we have on tonight, and I'll be bringing them out very soon. But first, I got to bring out my one and only lovely sister, my host of the mostest, Donna. How are you, mamas?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Are you excited for tonight?
I am. I love these ladies. They are
Yeah.
amazing. I had the best time with them. They are absolutely just, they're,
Yeah,
I
they
can't
are.
wait.
I know. I can't wait. I can't wait to ask them a bunch of questions because I've been on their side where I was a guest,
Mhm.
but now they're guest. So yeah, we're
Yep.
gonna have fun. I love it. All right,
Well,
let's bring out
me too.
our lovely co-host, Marcus.
What up?
Hello,
How you
Marcus.
doing?
I'm good. You
Good.
know,
You ready for
chilling.
this?
Mm.
ready to meet the ladies, and
Yes.
just have a good show.
Yeah. You want to
Yeah.
show off your shirt?
I
Yeah.
love that
I
shirt.
got him a Cryptid / Society Husband Edition T-shirt. You got,
I
he
love
has
it.
to represent.
Yeah.
I'm wearing mine, so I told him, I was like, you got to represent. So
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it.
yes. All right. So I have, before we bring the ladies out, I have a little introduction bio that I have prepared. So I'm gonna start reading that, and then we'll bring them out. Does that sound fair?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Watchers, wanderers, and women of the weird, gather close. Tonight, oh, paper, do not move. Tonight, we're taking you back where it all began with two women, Juliet and Lisa, who were never afraid to follow strange light in the woods or whispers in the dark. What started as a late night conversations and maybe a glass of wine or two turned into calling they couldn't ignore. They dreamed of a place where women could explore the unexplained without judgment, a place where curiosity was enough, where every question mattered, and where the mysteries of the world could be approached with wonder, courage, and community. From that spark, the Cryptid Women's Society was born. Here you'll find arcane library of learning, shadow talk unfiltered for the questions that keep you up at night, encrypted women's weekend for those who step into the field. Whether you're an armchair explorer or a future investigator, this is your home. Because Juliet and Lisa believed and still believe that the world is bigger, stranger, and far more magical than most people ever admitted. And they knew women deserved to have a space to explore together. So, welcome, Sister of the Strange. Come as you are. Leave with connection, confidence, and the tools to go further than you ever imagined. So, please help me welcome Cryptid Women's Society, Juliet and Lisa. Hello, ladies.
Ellen! Oh my God, I think that's the best introduction we have ever had. That was
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you.
We need to steal that.
So special. So
That's
special.
one of the specialties of COC. You know,
Is that
it's
an
the
episode on
intros.
Cultured Conspiracy? We are on Cultured Conspiracy too.
Yeah, I do it for all my guests. I want my guests to always feel very special. So I actually take the time and look into the guests, and I put together, an introduction. We lost Lisa. Oh no,
She'll come back.
technology. Hey, Trisha, you're on. Hi, hon. Monsters Unleashed, Trisha. She's part of. It's her and her dad. We're part of the show too. Or Donna and I are. All right. So, ladies, did you like your introduction bio?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. We will be hitting up your talents to write the new one for the new website.
That's awesome.
Oh, like honestly, you're the whole the intro bit with all the pictures and the aliens. Oh my god, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We try not to be as dark because we're trying to, get other women in. That's kind of where I'm just like, yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah. No, I go light and I go dark. It just depends on what we're talking about and what guest we have on. Sometimes the conversation, it just depends on which way it goes. So
yeah.
I love it. Can I also just say, word
Yeah.
up Marcus for wearing his husband's edition
I
t-shirt.
know.
Yeah.
They are few
Gotta
and
represent,
far between, these t-shirts, and we love them. You'll see them at expos around America this year, and if you've got one, count yourself lucky because they won't be around forever. So well done, you Marcus.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm happy to represent. The ladies.
I tell you what, and we're so privileged that we have these amazing women as a part of the Cryptid Women's Society as well. Donna and Cindy are both members of Cryptid Women's Society. We're so very privileged to be able to share stories and share podcast episodes and talk about all discoveries around the world and all of the interesting things that are going on at the moment. And we just love your work. We just think both of you women are phenomenal. And if we get backed by Marcus over here, even better.
No, definitely. I back all of it.
That is appreciated so much. But yeah, look, we are looking at getting a boyfriend's edition coming out as well. So
There we go.
We're
Maybe
making
girlfriends
more for this t-shirt than ours.
Yeah.
and a girlfriend's edition, possibly
Yeah.
a brother's edition, so we can make
There
our
you go.
brothers wear it.
Yeah.
Son,
Yeah.
I have a son that needs to wear a t-shirt.
yeah. That's funny. No, I told Marcus, I'm like, hey, do you want a shirt? He's like, yeah. Like, he's like, of course, why not?
I didn't say it like that. Okay. I said,
No.
hell yeah.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah.
I think if
Yeah.
you're wearing a cowboy hat like that, everything has to have a hell yeah at the start of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. You have to say hell yeah and brother.
Ooh,
Brother.
That's right, brother.
Oh my god.
Well, now, but in this special episode, I got to say, hell yeah, sisters.
Yeah.
Jules, we've got to get our butts over to the States because seriously,
And we'll come and learn the lingo from Marcus, so we'll be fine.
So it's funny because I also got him some overalls and he's got them on.
Yeah.
So he's got the cowboy hat, the shirt, and his overalls.
Oh, wow.
love it. Very good.
No, not very good.
I love it.
Man, they're so comfy too. They have so many pockets as well. It's crazy.
So, ladies, Trisha, who is part of Monsters Unleashed, I
Yep.
mentioned to Trisha that she should really be a part of the Cryptid Women's Society. She's always out in the field. I think she would she'd be a great asset.
Yes.
Donna's very, very good friends, been out in the field with Trisha
Yeah.
and her dad, Mike. And I think she would be amazing. Do you not agree, Donna?
Yeah.
That Trisha would
Absolutely. She is fearless. This little lady, she's like 4'10", but she has the courage. She is a real warrior woman. She is.
Yeah.
I love her.
Sounds like fun.
She's that type of girl.
Yeah,
So-
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can
She's
kick
asking,
butt with us,
this is
so,
great.
yeah.
Are you able to buy these shirts or is it a member thing?
Yeah, so you can totally get these shirts. They're on the shop at cryptidwomensociety.com. You do not need to be a member to get a shirt, but it's way cooler to be a member.
Yes.
But in saying that, we are upgrading a whole heap of stuff. Like we said at the start, this is our very first kind of podcast interview of 2026 for Juliet and I. It's very tough to get us together because we're in different countries. I'm in New Zealand, Juliet's in Australia, you guys are in the States. There's so many different time zones to try and work through. So for us to get together and actually film, it's a real challenge. So we are working on a whole heap of stuff at the moment that will be out before the end of May. Everything will be up and running and good.
If everything goes to plan. We'll see.
There's a lot going on at the moment. There's a lot going on, but it's super exciting stuff. And we are really excited about 2026. You know, we've taken a huge, like very long hiatus break since kind of November last year, where we were pumping out episodes. We're in the hundreds now, and it was pretty crazy. And you know, we put episodes over onto Cult of Conspiracy as well, onto their network. And a whole heap of other stuff going on. And so we took a big giant break, and it was probably the best thing that we could have done, right, Jules? Because we've kind of come back just feeling so energized and so excited about the things that are happening in the background, and our amazing, relationships and networks that we've made with people, especially our local networks and our Indigenous friends and people that live in the jungle that we just love to pieces, and that are out doing stuff on our behalf and working alongside us at the moment, and on the edge of amazing discoveries. And I think that's one of the things that we love about Cryptid Women's Society, but we also love about the community that we're in, is that there's a huge world out there that is just totally undiscovered and unknown, and there are things still hiding that you can find without having to scratch the surface too far. And I think that's what 2026 is bringing us, right, Jules?
Yeah. or these creatures can find you. It depends on what think you're on.
They can
some
find you.
Invited them, some not so much invited. So I mean that we've definitely come back with different ideas of what we want to do now, and just try and really build it and just get the community growing. And we do get a lot of support from guys as well, and we've been really, really thankful to the guys that have supported us, especially Joe from
the Ancient Enigma Files.
I was going to say Ancient Aliens. I'm like, oh no, they'll probably put them on the hit list, but we won't go to that. Sorry, Joe. Love you, Joe. But it's good. There are some very exciting things happening behind the scenes that we can't talk about, which is really annoying, because Lisa and I find it really hard to keep secrets, especially her. She's the worst.
I know. Well,
I am. I'm like,
I'm going to get you to sign the NDA.
You should have seen her, because I can't say anything either. I am zip and sealed. But when she was trying to prepare to tell us, it was so hard for her to keep. She's like, I can't wait to tell you. And it was like a little kid in a candy store, just like jumping up and down. And we're like, well, what? And then we got told, and we're just like, okay. So
yeah. And see, it's worth it though, right? You can see why.
Oh God, yes. Oh yeah.
There's some amazing things happening in the background. And I know, the world can be really tough. The world that we're living in at the moment is so tumultuous. It's chaotic. It's tough to live right now. I live in New Zealand. The prices are going through the roof, all of that sort of stuff. But at the same time, there's some amazing, wonderful things happening, and you have to find the light. And that's what we always talk about. And Juliet rang me this morning and was like, have you heard the bell song? Have you been listening to Ring My Bell? Because it's a great frequency.
It's been banned from all the casinos. It was on our radio. I'm driving home from work the other night, and they're like, you've got to play this song, and this brings all the good frequencies and stuff in it, and and they're like, it's banned in all the casinos. I'm like, oh my God. So I started getting it on, put it on for the kids this morning. The kids are running around screaming. Try anything.
I think that stuff is so important. I'm a really big believer, and I push it onto Juliet all the time. I'm like, frequency is everything. Vibrations is everything. Like the emotion that you feel throughout that frequency is everything. You can do quantum jumping. You can create the timeline and jump into that timeline that you want to be in, or whatever, And so I'm a big believer in that sort of stuff, and things just fall into place. And we call it in New Zealand, and part of our little kind of friendship group down here, we call it being jammy.
Oh,
So when things
That's
when
great.
things just happen and they fall into place,
Yes.
you're just jammy.
Yeah.
It's just things that happen.
Jammy.
You're being jammy. And so,
I
you know,
love
those nights that we go out to, you know, what we have as Comic-Con, which is called Armageddon in New Zealand. And it's very little in comparison to a Comic-Con, very, very small. You're only talking a couple of thousand people. But, you know, those nights where we end up going out for dinner with, you know, the whole cast of Stargate Atlantis and Jason Momoa and Doctor Who. And we're just sitting at this
the whole
table
time we've
going,
been there going, we can't even take a photo of this because that would just be embarrassing.
don't be that guy. And so we've had all of these experiences that are just really jammy, that just fall into place. And I totally agree with what Juliet says, where the monsters or the beasts or the paranormal or the whatever, they find you. Because when you're in alignment with something, when you have this kind of alignment of light and frequency and vibration, things start finding you and falling into place and stuff. So yeah, really, really cool. Yes, jammy.
Yes, I love that.
Take it.
Yeah.
That is an awesome word. I love it.
Do you have a term if things don't fall into place?
Shit house.
Okay.
Shit house.
Shit house.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's other
all
words.
about
There's
that.
other words, but we can't-
That's a standard one right there. You know, just
I can tell you a few Australian ones, but I don't really want to put those out live.
Yeah. There's other ones. There's many,
Australians
many
have swear words for everything.
oh yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
ladies,
Yeah.
So those that you know, that haven't met you and you know that are gonna watch the show, or the ones that are listening, I mean, I speak highly of Cryptid Women's Society. I'm always promoting you guys and encouraging people, especially women, to join. And I said they don't hate on men, but it's a women's thing, you know.
Yeah. Look, it's just to create balance. It's just to try and create some
Yeah.
balance and give women a voice, because there's some amazing things going on that are female led. And, you know, any new industry that's kind of finding its feet is always male dominated. And that is just the way it is. And we understand this. We just want to create a space and some balance and some showcase work. And we love boys. Boys are lovely.
So, can you tell the story though, how you two really did start Cryptid Women's Society? What was it that triggered for you guys to be like, oh my gosh, we need to do this?
I know you said there was a little bit of wine, but there was probably a lot of wine.
Okay, so I was writing that part at least.
Yeah, it was a bit of wine. I think Lisa and I have always wanted to have a business together. And you know, we're both very entrepreneurial, and she'll say the same thing. You know, we've both had our own businesses, we've grown businesses, dropped businesses, you know, that's just our nature. And we knew whatever business that we came together was going to, you know, be there for the benefit of women. And we just couldn't really kind of quite figure it out. But then Lisa and I, you know, we have the love of paranormal, and we didn't really have any choice in that matter because we lived in a haunted house. I lived in a haunted house for 8 years, and it was bad. It kind of had ebbs and flows. We had everything from poltergeist activity to like so many apparitions in the house. Pretty much everyone that came in the house saw something. You know, I ended up with my mum in bed with me. My son, who had joined the army, ended up in bed with me one night because he had a little visitor, you know, so it was, you know, it was some pretty full-on stuff, you know, physical stuff. That was the NIO house, we call it, you know, there was a NIO in Wellington, but yeah, and it just kind of stemmed from there, I think, hey, Lisa? It was just, Yeah,
that was definitely kind of my eye-opener. Like, I've never really had paranormal stuff before. I'd always had UFO stuff when I was younger, but never paranormal stuff. But meeting that woman, oh my God, what the hell is going on in this house? I saw a beautiful Victorian lady that sat at the table, and I nearly peed my pants because all I needed to do was go for a wee-wee. And, you know, like, inappropriate at 2 a.m. in the morning. She was beautiful, like she was stunning, but God, tell me about it.
Apparitions, yeah,
they're like full apparition, like just very,
George,
very clear.
We had George. We named George.
We had George. George with the hat.
George was our hat man. Everybody saw George, and so we just named him. We're like, let's name him, and like the name George popped in. We're like, okay, George, and so everyone's like, I saw George last night. You know.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it turns out we had a giant portal funnel in the hot water cupboard, which makes sense because it's water. And things would just come and go as they pleased. There was a little sailor boy that was running around in this cute little sailor outfit. Things would fly off the mantelpiece. We had this beautiful big open mantelpiece fireplace, and they would just fly off. We lost the oranges one day, which really, really angered me because I was trying to be healthy and I needed some oranges. And so I went to the supermarket and brought oranges home. And then I was like, where the hell are the oranges gone? And they were in the dishwasher. Yeah, they were in the dishwasher. So
I mean, the kitchen doors, you know, all the cupboards in the kitchen would be wide open. You'd walk in, everything's open, and it just kind of got to the point where it was a bit of a joke for us because we're just like, "Come on, man, we don't need to deal with this shit right now. You know, I'm too busy for this.
We don't have time.
We don't have time for this." We also had 3 cats at the time, and you know, we'd all be sitting there watching TV and stuff, and next minute the cats would just scatter. They would just like, they would puff up and they would just be like scattering or growling, or, you know, it was, there was so much activity in that house. And, you know, we look back now and go, how do we last there so long?
Yeah.
With everything that was going on, you know, and we did bring people in to try and cleanse it, which just made it worse. And that's when we kind of
really,
this is a portal. This is, you know,
there's no stopping it.
There's no stopping it, basically. Yeah.
So, and it was really interesting because, and also, Trisha says, did you say George was a hat man? So we didn't even know what hat man was.
No.
Like, we didn't do paranormal investigations. You have to understand, right? In New Zealand, the paranormal, UFOs, cryptids, it's not something that is understood really. Like, you don't go on tours, we don't do paranormal tours, we don't have places that you can go and do those sort of things. Nobody hunts for Bigfoot. Like, it's just not something that happens. And back, you know, 20 odd years ago, that is definitely not something that happens. And if you've got a ghosty roasty in your house, well, it's obviously a demon and you should probably go to church sort of situation.
Okay.
And so we didn't know about what Hatman was. We had no idea until we stumbled on Heidi Hollis, and she was talking about Hatman and shadow people and that sort of stuff. And we were like, oh my God, it's George.
That's funny.
And that was literally a few years ago, like 3 years ago, we realized he was a Hatman.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it was just one of those things. I mean, he was so prevalent in the house, wasn't he? He was just part of the furniture. You know, it got to the point where, you know, he would sit at the dining room table, you walk towards him, and he would literally just stand up from the table. And you're like, oh my God, you're like, George, you know, literally just like you'd yell at him and you just walk off. And it'd be funny because you'd be sitting in the house and also you hear somebody go, George! Like, oh, okay.
That's hilarious.
You know, then you tell people about it and they're like, yeah, that's not normal. You're like, oh, okay.
Well, that's
kind of what started, you guys, is the paranormal, is how you, so you guys have known each other for a long time though, before all this.
Well, we went to drama school together, so we're trained actors as
I've been in theater too. I was in theater as a little girl. That's when it all started.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And I tell you what, like, acting is a really interesting kind of conduit, right? When you are emotionally connected to the things that you are doing, you have this kind of openness to all of that sort of stuff. And Juliet and I have always kind of been around that sort of environment, but we went to drama school together and caused absolute chaos there. And sorry, Mr. Finn, we love you.
We do apologize to Richard.
We apologize to our director all the time because we're pretty sure we are part of the reason why he's had a stroke or a heart attack or whatever. But we love him. And we just knew that we were connected on a quantum level. Like, there's, you know, we talk about quantum entanglement and all of this sort of stuff quite a lot within our community and like the UFO space and you know, physics and all that sort of stuff. But there is this theory that you are quantum entangled with another soul or another energy kind of spirit, if you will. And when we first met, right, the first day we sat on the couch in the green room and just went, ha ha ha. We were like,
Then we downhill from there. We were just like, yeah, that's us.
I know you.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious from there on in. But to be honest, like, you know, we went through some pretty rocky times during COVID. COVID lockdown was crazy town in Australia. Juliet went through one of the biggest, possibly the biggest lockdown in the world.
Wow.
It was a very, very long time, and it was very strenuous and stressful and all of the above. And in New Zealand, we went through a fair amount, but nowhere near as restrictive as what Juliet went through in Melbourne, in Australia. And so during that time, you know, I lost 2 businesses. Juliet lost her job. Hey, Animal, what's going on, fella?
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, hey, man. At the time, Juliet was running an amazing T-shirt company.
It was. It was called Cryptid Wild, because I love cryptids and I love ghosts. So I was selling like Bigfoot T-shirts and Mothman.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah. And so it just became quite big. And I was just like, you know, and this is where the mini wines came in, because Lisa and I would be FaceTiming each other with our wine. We'd be like, 1 o'clock at 6 p.m., you know. And so we'd lock ourselves away and we'd have our glasses of wine and just talk shit for hours. And that's basically, I was just like, Lisa, I need some help with this. It's getting quite big. I just, you know, and it just kind of like spurred on from there, isn't it? And then we started talking to more people and more women in the industry. You know, we went and did an investigation at Ballarat over here. And it was just like the more women that we spoke to, we were hearing that they'd had these encounters, whether it be UFO, paranormal, cryptid, or whatever. And the same thing kept coming back to us, is that I've had no one to talk to. I've had this encounter. People think that I'm crazy. Men are doing the mansplaining, sorry, Marcus, but mansplaining to us, or, you know, I can't talk to anybody about it. And, you know, this thing happened 40 years ago and it still affects me today, you know, and that's kind of where it just kind of spurred on. And then we were just, you know, sat there, and Lisa and I never do anything on small. We never do anything small. Both her and I are just like, okay, here's this little thing here. How can we make this platform for women? And then this giant spreadsheet later of like, okay, we can do this, and this. So it's really funny, because now things are slowly getting ticked off on those worksheets. You know, everything from, you know, we want a library, a production company, or this or that. You know, it's all kind of coming into fruition. So that's just literally how it was. It was just like, these women need somewhere to go, and like we said, it's not anti-men, it's just women need somewhere to come and talk about their experiences, get support from other women who have had the same experiences, and not be told that you're crazy.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. And learn how to research, learn how to investigate, get some confidence from all of the other women in this network that are going out and putting boots on the ground and doing field investigations, be it in a haunted house or an abandoned building or in the middle of the bush or a jungle. You know, there's some amazing women within our society that are doing phenomenal things. Heather Amaro is part of our society. She is the co-host of Expedition X, if you haven't been watching that on Discovery.
Oh, I love that show.
On the ground. Brittany Barbieri, also part of our founding membership. She is boots on the ground as well, and she is forever out in the bush doing something with animals. Phenomenal other women that are, absolutely phenomenal other women that are out there doing things with paranormal investigation, like yourself, out literally boots on the ground, gathering evidence, doing these things, and then wondering, okay, where do I put this evidence now? What do I do with it now? How do I publish it? How do I work out the funnels and the channels to get this information out? Because it's so easy to collect a Bigfoot footprint or a picture of an apparition or an EVP, but then what do you do with it? What happens next? And so that's part of what we really kind of went, there's got to be pathways or channels somewhere where we can funnel this information through, and these women actually get credibility and accolades for their work instead of having to try and self-publish all the time. Because, you know, Cindy, it is such a challenge to try and put a book out, to try and put documents out, all of that sort of stuff, let alone making a movie or documentary or anything.
Yeah.
It's not just for women who are in the field. We have got women who who are doing other types of research. You don't have to be out in the field. So we want that, we have women from all kind of parts of the industry, all different types of, research, or if you just have a really good vested interest in it, come along, learn what these women are doing, explore with them. They share their stories, share their research. And so just letting you know, you don't have to be in the field to be a part of Cryptid Women's Society. It's just women who have had these experiences. And like we said, women who have just had experiences that want to learn more, or you want to do an investigation, but you don't know where to start. So it's all that kind of support there. So,
right.
Yeah.
So Trisha says that women are so underestimated in this field, and it's sad. I always say I get overlooked because I'm a woman. I spend a lot of long hours in the field, and she does.
Yes,
She does.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm telling you what, I want to hook you guys up with Trisha.
absolutely.
Seriously, she is always out in the land between the lakes, the LBL. She's captured many amazing things. She has an encounter that she had experienced. I won't tell about it because I'll let her tell it because it's her story.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, you guys need to have her on. I'm going to talk to her and say, this is how you need to get hooked up, become a member, because I think she deserves to be a member. I'm telling you what, she's very brave. Just like Donna said, she's brave. I do the paranormal side. I would love to get more involved in the cryptid side, but we're kind of far away from the woods right now. But there is talk of Marcus and I moving to Arkansas and being out in the country. We want to be out in the country. So,
does he know he's potentially moving to Arkansas? Did you know that, Marcus?
It was my idea.
Just making sure you know.
Yeah. No, it's we have some friends out there, but unfortunately I've gone through some rough times, but I'm bouncing back. Just personal, ongoing issues, just don't want to get all crazy into it. But anyways, I think it's something I found, I think that's going to benefit both of us, within our relationship and also with our business. And then we have people out there that we know, so we won't really, just go in and don't know anyone, and it'll be harder, it'll be a little bit.
I tell you what, I live in the country. I live way out, kind of an hour and a half out of our main city, and it is so awesome. It has been a game changer for us, stepping out of the concrete jungle and the craziness of cars all over the show and that adrenaline and that sort of stuff. And it was by far the best decision for us to do. It's been really challenging, and it's taken us about 5 years to kind of settle ourselves. But being closer to nature, 100% best decision.
That's ultimately I need it. I moved to Colorado when I was younger, and I was out there for a couple of years. And I regret coming back, in some ways, but then I don't regret it anymore, because, if I didn't come back, I wouldn't have met Cindy. I wouldn't have had certain, things in my life that would have happened if I chose to stay. So, I'm so thankful, for everything leading up to this point, but I need that nature again, it was the happiest I've been. I'm a huge fly fisherman. I love it. I
cool.
Out there, and just with the dogs, and it just, all of that stuff. But real quick too, honestly, I appreciate, being involved in this and getting to meet you guys. And I love what you're doing, I cherish women, cause they're the reason why I'm here. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for a woman. They're very smart, and I feel they are treated in a way that is just, I think it's gotten obviously a lot better, but it just from things in the past, and why is it taking so damn long? You guys are the methodical thinkers, we're just let's go, you know. Like we don't really use our brains as often as we should.
Yeah. But that's what, you know, that's a big part of what we say about, you know, women and men research and investigate differently, you know, and there's like, you know, it kind of annoys, there's this kind of ongoing argument within, you know, within paranormal, you know, my idea works, this is wrong, that's wrong. And we're like, no, what you do, how you investigate, how you research is you, and you listen to people, how they research, you listen to their research and what they do, and you respect that. You may not agree with them, and you can have like not a heated discussion, but a discussion going, hey, why? You know, can question each other, but you respect that research and what they're doing. And then, but you know, what Lisa and I have found, like the more people that we talk to, we're like, hey, I don't really kind of agree with that bit, but hey, that is a great kind of little snippet or tidbit that we can use.
It makes you think.
Yeah. Like I would never have thought about it that way. So it's you know, so and that's it, and that's what we're just trying to get across. We all research and do it different, but you've got to respect each other's research and each other's investigations. Just something I just want to say, a little tidbit that I found the other day, Lisa, was there was a program on Bigfoot, and they were talking about how they think aliens and Bigfoot are connected, right? So we all know this one, but they're saying no, that Bigfoot is actually a meat suit for the aliens. And I'm like, I have never heard of that one before. I'm not sure I agree, but I'm like, oh, zip up. But I was like, wow, okay, I'd never heard that kind of theory before. I'm like, okay, good to know.
I mean, but there is precedence in that potentially, because, you know, reptilians are zipping up the human meat suit. So I don't know. But funny. Also, the other theory that we were talking through a while ago was if Noah's Ark was true, and you know the Bible is a historical account, then there must have been Bigfoot on the Ark.
Oh, there had to be.
Yeah.
So it's funny you bring this up, because the other night we were watching Expedition Unknown. Was it Expedition Unknown?
I think it was Expedition X. I think it was.
Was it
right?
Expedition X?
I think it was X-Files or something, but
something. Not X-Files. Not X-Files.
Something.
With Josh Gates.
Okay.
I love him.
Yeah.
So he had an episode about Noah's Ark. And they found a shape in the ground that is long enough to be possibly Noah's Ark. And they're looking into it. Like they've got archaeologists out there and stuff digging, and kind of, you know, they did the scanning of the ground and all that kind of stuff. And when they scanned it, it did look like this structure underneath had rooms. Now, they're not quite sure if it is Noah's Ark, but I was talking to Marcus. I said, look, they say it took 100 years to build Noah's Ark. Noah was what? I mean, he must have been really, really, really old by the time.
He was already an old guy.
Like 700 years old.
They said he lived for a very long time, you know.
But remember, though, there's a lot of written scripture knowledge or whatever that people didn't live that long back then, because they didn't have the medical assistance like we do now. They didn't have certain things back then. So my question is, to gather all those animals and put them on one boat. I'm sorry. Like, how did he go around and gather these animals to put them on a boat? How did he get a tiger into a cage to bring to Noah's shed? You get what I'm saying? It just kind of makes me scratch my head and be like, how did this really happen?
It's so many things. So many
I think you take into consideration that pandas and raccoons were not around. There's no record of these things.
You know, so it's just it really made me scratch my head. You know,
it does. It's like, you know, obviously I've studied different religions and just kind of the beliefs, and I mean, my family was more Catholic, and then my mom, you know, converted to Christianity. So I was kind of Catholicism for when I was really young, but then moved to Christianity. And then, as I got older, just wasn't really for me. Did, degenerate, young, dumb stuff that I thought would help me, but then I was like, this isn't for me either, but I want to, learn about all these different religions. Because the main thing, is people coming together and respecting and love for one another. That's most of what religion talks about, but we can never see eye to eye, right? So it's like, but like, these certain stories and like with the Noah's Ark thing, sorry, I kind of went off trail, but going back to it, like it does make you scratch your head, but there is a possibility. We don't know. This was, thousands of years ago. And, but yeah, again, like time frames and things, they don't necessarily add up. But again, there is that possibility. Like it could have, like, it's not proven wrong and it's not proven right. So
I love that.
It always makes you think, but you use that, right? And collaborating, and again, that's why I love what you guys do, because you're opening a doorway and bringing people together to express and talk about, no matter if there's disagreements or not. Like you still get something out of it, right? And especially if there's respect behind it. So that's the ultimate thing, and that's brings us together. Like that is, no matter what, like if you're having a discussion and it goes good or argument, you guys are still connecting and talking about something. There's still a connection that's there, and it's ultimately beautiful, like, and I've always talked about like, I don't like people, certain people I don't like. But
I have my days too.
but yeah, and I can't say I don't like someone because I don't know them, until I get to know them, but, and then I can kind of see the intentions or the type of person they are. But I think everybody, like deep down, everybody wants love and to be accepted and all this. And that's really like, if, bringing that together and telling these stories and, bouncing off each other and the ideas, that's just going to lead us more to get more evidence. Right. And then to prove what we're talking about. And even if it's not proven, it's still, that keeps us going, like that's a human nature thing. Like we want to know more and kind of drive in that direction and to figure it out.
Yeah, it's very split in the world, isn't it? You're either a person that wants to know what's going on, there's weird stuff out there, and then there's these people, that just, they don't care. They're just like, no. They're like very kind of blank, cut
close
off
themselves off,
Yeah. They're just like, no, that's not even like in my mindset. It's like when you find out that people don't have these whole conversations going on in their head and there's nothing there, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I know. Lisa does it to me all the time. She goes, oh, blah, blah, blah. I went, no, that was your conversation, not our conversation. I do the same though.
I tell people, if you see me walking down the street talking to myself, do not interrupt me.
Right.
I'm having a staff meeting.
It's a deep conversation.
I'm having a full-on team meeting, okay? Just do not interrupt me.
Yeah. You got the whole board with you, and
everyone's in
everything.
The round table, the conference room.
The conference room is open, and but like we all do it, and we're just kind of like, oh, you don't have voices in your head? Okay, cool. Maybe I should get medication for that.
But it's interesting because we were talking to I think it was Dano on the Cryptid podcast, who you should definitely connect with as well, Cindy, if you haven't connected with him. He's amazing, wonderful guy. And we'll definitely get you in contact with him. He's one of our favorite people. And he's had an amazing Bigfoot experience and all this sort of stuff when he was younger. But he was the one, I think, that said to us that something like 60% of the population now do not have inner thought.
Oh, it was more than that. It was more. It was like
more than that.
So
it was something pretty massive. You have that inner dialogue that, should I do that, or hang about, what about blah blah blah. So many people now do not have that anymore, and because they're streaming content and streaming stuff straight through here, and so that gives you the answer instead of having to think for yourself. And this is part of the conversation that Juliet and I always have around Cryptid Women's Society and our wider community, is how much of the AI, how much of the answerable stuff do we kind of take on board? And it's really interesting with all of the stuff that's been happening over the last couple of weeks, as far as like our Indigenous friends and our local knowledge and this sort of stuff. And Donna, this is where I want to bring you into the conversation, because you've been sitting so beautifully.
I know. I was going to say,
Donna, honestly, you know, like one of the things that's really dawned on us, not dawned on us, but has really been brought to the forefront of our research and investigation and knowledge, is how much knowledge and understanding and care and just deep knowledge that the Indigenous people and the tribes of the world globally have, especially around the paranormal, supernatural, cryptids, all of this sort of stuff. And this is where the stories start from. And this is where we should be beginning with. We should be going and understanding what these stories mean on a cultural level, and then building from there, instead of trying to come from the top of, okay, well, I'm a Westerner, I live outside of that culture, but what do I think? Well, actually, that's a ridiculous way. It's irrelevant
to what,
irrelevant of us even trying to build some form of a concept. We have to start at the very, very beginning. And the very beginning is our native friends that have years upon years, especially like in Australia, for example, 60,000 plus years of Aboriginal culture there. So, Donna, like, what are your thoughts around the supernatural and around, I guess, like, how do we investigate? How do we explore better?
Well, with me, I grew up, you know, like you talk about the haunted house. I grew up in a haunted house. And all through the stories, all the way back from generation to generation. So it's just normal for me. It's like, you know, my watchers, but there's more than just the watchers. Because when I go out, I experience a whole lot of different things, and I've been taught how to deal with different things. So it's just, you know, people think you're nuts or whatever, but if you go back to in the beginning, you know, they're living in the forest, so they're seeing, you know, it's not like, oh, I'm just going to go out and search. I don't have to search. I've been, you know, I've experienced them, and the thing that I'm seeing more and more is it's opening up more and more. So there's more and more different, you know, like the dog man thing, you know, it's a couple of years ago. All my years, I never saw one of those till a couple of years ago. I didn't think they exist. I thought it was just, you know, some of my lores and legends, but they do, which to me, I'm like, it's kind of concerning. I'm seeing different, like with the watchers, they're just not one kind of watchers. There's different, just like us, you know, we have different nationalities, different, you know. So I'm seeing that. And as far as the ghosts and the spirits, you know, I've been seeing those my whole life. But usually, you know, of course, with the native thing, it's everything is for a reason. You know, there's a warning. There's something you're going to learn from it. You know, so I guess from the native aspect, you know, the medicine men, you know, they dealt. I actually wrote a story. We talked to Cindy about. I'm going to get ready to send some of my stories, but there's a ceremony that was performed years and years ago, like in the late 1700s, and it pertained to the watchers, but it was done by the medicine men, the medicine women. Actually, it wasn't men; it was women. The women in the Shawnee, the women are, you know, they have the final say of everything. Anything that's done, the men, you know, they're equal, but the warriors comes, they put down, you know, they plead their claws, and then the women decide, hey, is that going to help or is it going to hurt? But the women are also the warriors too. They don't sit at home and knit and sew, and you know, they're out there ass kicking. So that's just the way. Yeah.
Isn't that the thing? And that there was something I saw the other day, and they were literally like, "Oh, just go home and be a woman." And then this girl just did this whole thing, and it showed all the warrior women throughout history, through history, you know, Boudicca, you know, all of these women and Viking women, and you know, it was so good. It was like in your face. That's who we were. It was showing like mother lionesses, you know, all this kind of stuff. We're dangerous people. You know, men, you know, you've got your brute strength, but when it comes to women, it's just like, honestly, man, there are some ladies. Yeah, we've got the smarts, and you know,
smarts will beat strength.
And, we may not get you today, but we will get you.
Yeah. But it's even proven too. Like you can see like a really big dude, right, and like a scrawnier little guy, and they get in a fight, but the little guy wins because he's playing smart. He's fighting smart compared to the bigger. The other guy is angry, trying to, I can hit him so hard and he's done. But you know, he's slower, bigger. The little guy's like, you know what, I could do this, boom, boom, boom. Like and that's how women think. Women are, that's what I was saying. They're very, very in depth with their thoughts, you know. And it's scary. It's scary, and especially when you guys watch true crimes, okay? But yeah.
The very first thing you're taught, because you know we're taught to fight. We're taught is the controlling of the emotions, the controlling anger. Mm-hmm. So when I'm smiling at you and I'm really pissed off at you, you're going to see a smile. You're not going to know what's going to come. But you know what?
Yeah, and I love this movement now of women going out and taking up weapons training and like really becoming aware that they now have to kind of come back to that. You know, it's like we've kind of got a little bit lazy, to be honest. You know, we have got a bit lazy, and we're kind of like, but you know, things are happening in the world. So women are kind of like, we need to kind of go forward. And it's like the same with people with ADHD. They're just like, you are actually the hunters and the gatherers. That's why you can't sit still. And, you know, watch this amazing documentary, and he was talking about how, you know, when you walk into a room, the first thing you do is look for exits. I've done that my entire life. It's only as I've kind of got older, I've kind of gone, is that what's wrong with me? I'm like, okay, I tick like 39 of 40 boxes. You know,
you always have that backup. You always find that you always have that second plan. Yeah. You never you always get back to the wall. You never let anybody get behind you. Yes. You're always looking and observing. And
it has always got us out of situations. You know, Lisa and I have been in a couple of situations, and we've got in between guys fighting and gone, Jesus, guys, you know, chill out. And people are like, what the fuck? And he's like, no. You know, I've had bouncers pull me off of guys. So, you know.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, the world is an interesting space. But one of the things, you know, like Juliet and I, and you girls know this, but Juliet and I have always been involved in some form of martial arts, self-protection, weapons training, army brats, sort of all of this sort of environment. One of the things that's really important to Cryptid Women's Society is personal protection, right? That's what I've grown up in. I remember Donna in my interview, we spent like 20 minutes showing each other our weapons collection.
Absolutely. We had a great time.
Like,
oh my gosh.
You guys were like taking it apart, cleaning it, and you're like, oh yeah, check this one out. Heck yeah, you know.
It was like, here's a giant bone.
Yeah. This is just my minigun, you know, that's all I'm gonna do.
You don't have guns here. Like Aussie is very, very strict. We can't even have machetes here now. And doing any sword training, it has to be a kid's plastic sword. So
all things considered, like I guess the thing is we're not telling people to go and get weapons, because if you take a weapon to a gunfight, you're going to lose. You know, if you don't, i.e., if you don't know how to use something really well, you should not be playing with it. Full stop. Don't take it into a dangerous situation. You don't want it used on yourself. More importantly, there are better things to do as far as your personal safety, your surroundings, your understanding, your perception, than bringing a gun to a knife fight or a knife to a gunfight. You know, it's far better to be able to say, okay, I have an exit here, I have an exit here. Here's my strategy. If this goes pear-shaped, that person is a risk. That person is okay. These are safe people. Here's a glass on the table in front of me. My bag is wrapped around the chair. My foot is in a dangerous. Do you know these sort of awareness, this self-awareness, especially if you're going into a cemetery at nighttime. Yeah. If you're going for a walk through the bush, if you're going to go and put yourself as a woman into a position of potential danger, make sure somebody knows where you are. Make sure you're carrying what you need to carry. A giant torch is really helpful for smacking people around the head. A giant stick is really amazing for creating distance. Yeah. Like, you know, at the end
what
of the
works
day,
great? I'll tell you what works great. You know, the long shot, like we shoot the wasp with, and it's got like the foam.
The wasp spray?
25 feet, right? Let me tell you something from somebody who has maybe whatever. Let me tell you what's in
legal requirements here. This may have happened.
They don't come up for a little bit, so that it's like that. It's like that white foamy stuff, and it is boom. It's like yep.
We are not allowed anything like that here in Australia. We are not allowed any self-protection things at all.
Really? Like you can't carry or anything?
Nothing.
Oh, wow.
Nothing. Like that's what I mean. That they've literally banned machetes because the youth that have come in are just there's been machete attacks. And we had like a 12 and a 14-year-old kid attacked by other gang kids. And basically attacked people with a machete. It's been. But I mean, the thing is, you can ban as many weapons as you like. If I want to go out, not saying that I will ever.
Yeah.
If I wanted a weapon and if I couldn't get a machete, then I'm going to get a kitchen knife and I'm going to tape it onto the end of a broomstick or a stick or anything. It doesn't matter. You can make a weapon out of anything. But
we learned that through Zombieland, didn't we? You know, all of these zombie movies have taught us that you can use household items for pretty much
anything can be a weapon, you know. Or even watch John Wick.
Hairspray and cigarette lighter works great too.
100%. And Trisha says, just believe in your intuition, i.e. the butterflies in your tummy, the goose pimples and the goosebumps and that thing down your spine. That is a built-in alarm system. Take evasive action. Full stop. Do not question it. Take evasive action. Just because you think that person might be following you, 100% is following you. Take evasive action. So just need to finish on that note. Most importantly, listen to your instincts, your gut instincts.
Street smart, and unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that aren't street smart, and I think that comes with that whole kind of thing, like you say, with the ADHD and all these other kinds. We're always aware. We're aware of everything that's going on around us, and stuff like that. So, and then you get these other people that say that they just kind of go on in life and stuff happens and they're like, how did this happen? It's like, well, you just walked into gangland. What do you think was going to happen? You know what I mean? And they're just like, they're really confused as to why this kind of happened. So, but anyway, we should be talking about Bigfoot attacking us.
But no, thank you for bringing that up. I didn't want to interrupt anyone while they were talking. So I was waiting until that silent moment because, I like to try not to interrupt. Sometimes it's hard.
But it's really important because we can go off onto tangents and then miss that important part. It's not about years worth of training. It's not about weapons. It's none of that. It's about listening to your intuition and really regarding that as your first alarm system. And if you don't listen to it, you're putting yourself into further potential danger. So always listen to your instincts.
Yeah. And if you want to learn about it, come over to Cryptid Woman Society. We'll teach you.
Oh yeah. I'll teach you. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then Trisha says here, I think I'm more street smart than book smart. You're smart, honey. Yeah, she's a smart little cookie, I tell you.
Us too.
Hey, street smarts, I believe, are even more intuitive than book smart too. Because a book can just tell you, it's not the actual experience. The experience is the knowledge that you're going to gain.
Yeah, it's like
whatever.
Actually, books are great because if you get a nice, heavy, hardback book, put it in a pillow.
Oh yeah,
that's so violent. What is up with this lady? I love it.
See, I told you. Anybody watching, guys, watch out, dude. These ladies, they're finding everything and anything. I tell you.
Marcus, Trisha agrees with you. Marcus.
And Juliet,
cool.
this is why I needed you to meet Donna, because I have been like talking her up for so long. I was like, you've got to meet Donna. You've got to meet Donna. She's so much fun. I love this.
Oh, that's right. Juliet didn't get to meet Donna when she was on. I forgot about that. So yes, this is my lovely host, Donna.
I know. Finally get to meet the beautiful Donna, and I'm so happy.
This is so great. I love you guys.
And I also have some hypothetical stories where maybe not.
Well, all I can say is this. If we walked into a bar somewhere, I think everybody would just have to part their ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And I also feel like Marcus is sitting here going, thank God I'm friends with these girls.
Oh yeah. I know I would be safe in that bar. You know, I'd be like, okay, cool. I could crack a cold one and watch it happen. You know?
Take a ticket, sit back, enjoy the show.
Gonna do some best on y'all.
Patricia says a full bottles of water in a pillowcase does the job.
Yeah, we're just getting all these great tips, ladies. We should hand out the spreadsheet.
Yeah, don't listen to women.
Oh my goodness.
So, ladies, for Cryptid Women Society, as you guys mentioned, you talked about how you guys have some really good things coming in 2026.
Yeah.
I obviously know some of it, but some of it you haven't kind of, expressed. Is there anything that you can share that you guys kind of I don't mean that thing.
Right, no, I know. Can we? No.
Well,
actually, we shared that to help women, because whoever's watching, I would like for women or people to be able to reach out, because I do have your guys' website in the description so people can reach out to y'all, including your Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But, what kind of things do you guys, we kind of are talking possible magazine or something, newsletter, something like that.
Yeah, there's some really exciting stuff coming, obviously, like the really exciting thing, but we'll just put that aside.
That we
and then there's another really exciting thing, but we can't talk about that one either.
Yes, I know.
But we do have a new website on its way, so that in itself is super exciting, and within there is going to be a research and evidence library. So we've been trying to find somewhere where we can house all of our members' research and evidence. So all of the photos that you take, the EVPs that you get, the footprints, all of that sort of stuff. Where does that go to, and then how do we use that? And so we've decided that we're going to put together an evidence library, which will be amazing. So that will be for some of our members, and I don't know that Cindy even knows that yet. So
no, that's
why
we're cool.
Yeah. So really excited about that, because it means that instead of getting this evidence, this amazing stuff, and then holding on to it and not being able to share it, then we can actually get together and really share it. And I know, we've got a few members, including yourself, Cindy and Donna, are going to the expo at Red River Gorge at the end of May. We've got a few other members that are going to be joining you there. And I know that there was conversations around, oh my gosh, I've been to this kind of location and I've got these pictures of, I've had these experiences. So what we're trying to do is just really connect everything together. So yes, stories and encounters, but the evidence that we collect as well. And then being able to use that in a documentary. Those are on the cards as well, everyone. In a magazine, Juliet, yes, that's on the cards, and she'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. And obviously in books, poems, other things that we'll be releasing, blog posts, things like that. So lots of exciting things on the way as far as building the membership and allowing access.
Yeah. And it's all about supporting women in this industry.
Yeah.
We've got members that have got books out and stuff like that. We want to do a spotlight on them and be like, hey, everyone, here's this person, here's an interview, here's their book. Come and check them out, because they're so far and few between, we have ideas for our own books coming out, and also, like we're saying, like with all this evidence and everything that we're getting, putting together journals, documentaries, there's a couple of things going on in the background. Like we said, we can't talk about this one or this one.
Right.
And then the magazine. So we're going to have a couple of different magazines coming out. One is going to be about Women's Society as a whole, what our women are doing, promoting what they're doing, and the other ones are going to be based around kind of South Pacific cryptids. There's going to be more kind of e-zine kind of, thing, but so there's a lot of like different things coming in, but just any way that we can support women within this industry, whether it be through their research, their investigations. We're also kind of building up a little bit of a money pot that you can apply to be like, hey, I want to do this research, and we can be like, cool, here you go do it, because there's not a lot. Yeah, so that is something.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, you're like the.
I love that.
I think that's been on the plan for a while, and that's part of why we really want to kind of push it. And and that's why we've got the subscriptions, and this is why we're trying to sell products and stuff. Yes, we want to be able to do this full time, but we also want to be able to give back to these women and be like, hey, they're like, hey, I want to go over here and I want to do this investigation. I need this for the research. We're like, here you go, bang, here's the money. That's it. So men and women
first of its kind, Rachel. Like, that's the one thing that we identified a long time ago is there's heaps of money in the industry, but there's no like funnel to kind of get it unless you do like a full-on Kickstarter.
And you have to have a full PhD behind you or this. And, there's just so many women out there just doing the coolest shit. So, and that's why
we want to fund it.
So that's a little bit of what we want to do with our spreadsheet, which is still like the space.
And the last thing I want to say is there will be the opportunity for guys who have been supporting us and supporting all the women that are in the society. They will be able to financially support that research fund 100%. They will be able to say, you know what, we love this. We want to support the girls doing more research, investigations, explorations, discoveries. Let's put some money in there, and they'll be able to donate to that research fund.
And we've done that because we've been asked by guys, how can we help? So that's not kind of going, hey, guys, give us money. It's like guys are coming to us going, we love what you're doing. How can we help? How can we give you money? And we're like, okay, we've got to figure this out as to how we can utilize that money. And, and that's be a one-off. It can be small, we don't care. Just like every little kind of thing helps. So, in our mind, a certain percentage of whatever we make goes straight into that pot, and it's just exciting to, the discoveries that our women can do and the discoveries that, that we can do and the investigations. And it's just like exciting. We look at 5 years ahead and just so excited. So excited.
Well, sign me up as a donor. Charitable donation guy.
Hold on. So I want to bring on somebody that has just tuned in to Coven of Curiosity for the first time. This gentleman's name is David. And he says, hello, everyone from Clearwater Beach, Florida. He is with 727 Paranormal Life. And I'm bringing in a surprise little guest. Everyone meet Trisha.
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
I wanted to bring her on. I sent her a message. I said, I'm sending it, or get on. I'm going to surprise everyone because I would like her to meet you guys and for you to meet her. So this is the brave 4'11" cryptid woman that goes out in the woods all the time.
Hey, don't forget the half inch. I'm 4'11" and a half.
Oh, yes. So let me finish though, because David had made some awesome comments, you guys. He said, if you ever make it down to Clearwater, we have we have a Plume House and a South Ward Elementary that we investigate with groups. We'd love to have you guys.
Wow. That sounds amazing.
Yes. This is awesome show. Thank you. Awesome to these ladies.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
I know, like Lisa and I are just like, okay, we're going to have to go like east, west, and in the middle and just be like, hey guys, here we are, let's all catch up, because we've got so many people that just want to come and meet up. It's just, that's why we're talking about having Cryptid Women's Weekends and stuff like that, and guest speakers and just getting together and being around a fire pit and having fun and drinking wine. We'll bring some Kiwi wine over with us. Sorry, Australia.
We'll bring
That
the
sounds delicious.
Okay, Tasmanian red's okay.
we'll bring the wine. You guys bring the monsters, okay?
But no, I wanted you guys to meet Trisha actually firsthand
lovely.
and everything. So
Thank you. Such a
she's
pleasure to meet you.
amazing.
It's nice to meet you guys. I was watching, I was laying in bed trying to sleep because I just came back from a weekend in the field and I'm just exhausted. I'm just drained.
Yeah.
But I can't sleep at all. So it's really nice to be able to talk to you, Cindy.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Cindy.
Wait, come on over to our house and we'll look after you.
Cindy's our enabler. She's like our drug dealer of people.
Heather, look.
Our supplier.
She's got the good stuff that always brings you back.
No, you guys will definitely have to have Trisha on. Trisha has some really amazing stories, plus her encounter that it really did affect her, and I'm sure she'd be more than happy to probably talk about it on your guys' show if you have her.
That would be lovely.
So
We can definitely make that happen, Trisha. We would love that.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah. We've all had those stories, eh? We just like, oh.
Oh
Thank
yeah.
you.
Things that stay with you forever, right? Like things that really change your paradigm and give you this massive shift around, and things that you think everyone else is seeing. Like for years, I thought everyone saw UFOs like I did, and then I was like, Juliet and I started Cryptid Women's Society, and I was like, oh my god, totally thought that you saw just what I saw.
Yeah.
Turns out, no, I'm by myself on that.
Well, as I mentioned to y'all, I mentioned
Cindy,
that when we go to Kentucky, we'll be wearing our shirts. We're going to wear our shirts on Saturday. But I told you guys that I was going to try, hopefully I can get it to work, but I'm going to go live on Coven of Curiosities. So I would like to connect with you ladies if you'd like and see if we can't get you guys to stream also on your channel as well. So we can, and then I can be live there. And because I'm planning on going around and trying to get people to talk to and interview people and do like a little mini live documentary type thing, and getting people's stories and experiences and stuff. And so, and then obviously meeting, the guests that are there to speak and everything. So if you guys are interested in that, and then if, I'm going to try, we'll see, try to go live when we go to Waverly Hills Sanitarium. So I don't know if you guys want to tune in to that and connect at all, but it's going to be much, much later in the evening. We won't get there until 11:59 in the evening because we get to investigate for 6 hours. There.
Wow, nice.
So.
Yeah, well, just send us through the times and stuff. If I'm at work, I can sneaking off to have a phone call, which I did the other day. Oh, it's a very important call. I must take this. Bye, guys.
Well, it was an important call. It was really
very important.
It's technically a business call.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
So. But ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys on. Thank you so much for saying yes. And, it's always a pleasure chatting with you guys and having our meetings. And, it's been a pleasure because I think you guys brought me on was it last year in 2025? Yeah. So it's been a while. I mean, it's, that I've been on your guys' show, but I'm very appreciative that I met you guys. I think you guys do amazing stuff, and I love how you support others just like I do. I am a big supporter, as you guys know. I want to be there for people, and I want people to be able to feel comfortable to talk about their experiences because it is very important. It really is, and there's no judgment on my podcast whatsoever. But yeah, I'm more than happy to contribute to whatever it is, the cause that you guys are trying to do. I know that Juliet and I need to have a conversation regarding the magazine, newsletter, whatever it is that we're going to be doing.
We haven't quite done that yet.
whatever we're doing. But yeah, I'm excited for it. And anything that I can do to contribute, I will be there. So you guys,
Me as well.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm currently in the process of getting my company up and running. Metal manufacturing, machining and stuff like that. But I am going to be making equipment too, and trying to innovate and make new cutting edge stuff. Yeah, so awesome. I'm going to be full designing and engineering all this stuff and then actually manufacturing it. But, I'd be more than happy to donate and contribute to you guys and help out and, be a part of it as well.
We'll spread out the love for you as well when you get everything going. I mean, that's it. We're here to support everybody within the industry. Women are our main focus, but, we've got a lot, like we said, a lot of male friends out there, and we support them and we promote them as well. And, and that's the great thing that we found about this community is that there are certain people in this community that are so giving, so loving, and just, and we really want the best for everybody. And that's what's really kept us going. And, and we've connected with the most amazing people and, and we love you guys. But, we're very, very grateful for all of you. So, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think it was one of the best decisions I made to get involved with the Cryptid Women's Society. And I'm so happy to be a member. And they ain't getting rid of me anytime soon. So... Y'all are stuck with me.
Any of you going to expos around America, because you guys, we've got a lot of our women that actually will go. We don't know that they're going until kind of afterwards, but keep an eye out for the T-shirts, and be like, hey, you know who you are. And yes, you can get T-shirts. We're in the middle of kind of redoing websites and stuff, and we did get hacked and lost a lot of stuff in all our channels, so we are rebuilding again. But yeah, there is going to be new websites and Patreon and all this stuff kind of coming up. So yes, super exciting times ahead.
So what I'll do too, ladies, is on my cell phone, I'll go to your Instagram and do a snippet of your QR code so that when I'm walking around and talking to people, I can say, here, just scan and they can connect with you on Instagram that way. And then that way I don't have to just it's just quick, easy, take a picture, bam, you're connected. So
I can always add it in the middle of the shirt too, the QR code. Come and scan it.
We did. We thought about doing that. So
Marcus is like, hold still. Okay, there you go.
Or I'll just have a flag walking around too with a QR code on it.
Sorry, that's a good idea.
There you go.
That's hilarious. You're funny, babe.
That's why she loves you.
Yeah. All right. Well, ladies, how is it that people can obviously find you? It's all over my Instagram too, but how can people find you if they want to reach out to you to be a guest or if they want to connect and become a member?
Go, Lisa.
Or if they want to
who does the baby?
So sorry, I can't hear you, Cindy, at all, but that's okay.
Oh, no.
So basically, you can find Cryptid Women's Society at cryptidwomensociety.com on the web. You can find us on TikTok at Cryptid Women's Society, on Instagram at Cryptid Women's Society International. So just look for us on there. Do not go to Facebook. That is absolute caca and rubbish. Don't do it. And more importantly, we are on YouTube. We drop a new premiere every Monday night, Tuesday, New Zealand time. Heaps of interviews on there. Feel free to jump in there and have a look. We have a community running on there as well. Message us. We would love to hear from everyone. If you want to come and jump onto the show, or you'd like us to come and jump onto the show, let us know. And obviously, come and be a member. Come and connect with us. Be a part of our amazing society of these phenomenal women right here as well. And come and share and see what's going on in the back end. Because
and what we didn't say is that we have a Discord channel as well. So all the women can go on the Discord channel. Yep. We have lots of stuff going on in the background there. So come on over. Once you're a member, you can come on over and there's a lot of very funny conversations, some R18 conversations as well, which are a little bit naughty.
We do have a dungeon.
So,
in Discord, is it called the dungeon?
Sorry, Mark.
That's fine.
But, so there's like, a little few funny things going on in the background. So absolutely. So a lot going on.
Yeah. And massive thank you to Cindy for having us. Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Marcus. It's a pleasure meeting you, Trisha.
It was a pleasure meeting you guys as well.
Yeah.
It's so lovely. Yeah, we just feel very privileged to be asked to come and join you guys and spend an hour and a half talking about all fun things that we get to talk about.
I feel more privileged just to being able to talk to you guys.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm sure there's going to be more conversation.
So, Donna, if people want to reach out to you, how can they reach out to you?
Well, you can find me here with you, Coven of Curiosities, Monsters Unleashed with Trisha. Let's see, Strange Knocks Magazine, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. Oh my gosh, what am I free? And like, I think I got like 50 podcasts up and running from different people. They've been all really amazing. And I do have a lot of guys that I did them for, and they are very supportive. I've had a couple, like when I started talking in the beginning, they were a little macho, but after about 10 minutes of me talking, they became very involved. So I appreciate them just as much as the others.
That's awesome.
And I am so happy to see you guys. I have had the best time.
Yeah, us too. Thanks, Donna.
There you go.
I won't tell you what I thought that was, but there we go. That is very cool.
That is.
And it's easily made. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a deer leg bone, and that's just a piece of flint.
I love it.
Wow,
and then the opinion comes from the deer. This is all natural made.
Wow.
So, and since it is all natural, there's more prospects of having it without. You can also make these out of wood, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And they work just as well.
Mike is laughing. Yeah, back to the conversation we had earlier.
So, Marcus, how can people find you, Marcus?
So my Instagram name is Mullet Marcus. Used to have a mullet, don't anymore. Sorry. And then obviously Coven of Curiosities every Sunday. And then I have the Haunted and Hunted Case Files every other Wednesday. We have a show this upcoming Wednesday. Chime in and see us and see the next story that we cook up. And then also Palmer Precision Products is my company. And I also have an Instagram. So if you want to reach out and you have a design or want something made, then you can always reach out there and collaborate with me. But yeah, and then, I'll be hopefully a silent partner for the Cryptid Women's Society. We'll see.
Who could be our founding
That's
man?
up to the ladies. So we'll have to discuss it behind closed doors.
A little place in the dungeon just for you.
As long as we're not discussing it in the dungeon.
And it was such a pleasure. I'm so glad I was able to be a part of the show.
Thank you.
And Trisha, if anybody wants to find you, how can we find you?
Well, you can catch us on the Monsters Unleashed YouTube. We have a show every Saturday night. We also have a show on Tuesdays called Cryptid Awakenings. You can find us on Facebook, just Monsters Unleashed. We have a Instagram. I don't get on it too much because I'm still trying to figure that out. But it's also Monsters Unleashed. And you can look me up on Facebook. My name is Trisha Collins. Feel free to message me about anything. I'm like the most friendliest person you'll ever meet. I love everybody. I don't think I have an enemy, unless it's my ex-husband. That's about it.
You two can join our dungeon.
I'm just saying, I don't lie. I tell the truth. That's my enemy. But you can email us at monsters.unleashed25@gmail.com. We are always looking for new people to come on our show and share their encounters or their experiences. Or if you're a researcher, or if you have a group that you want to promote, feel free to join our show, and the floor is yours when you come on.
Awesome.
Yes. Very awesome. I love it. And then, of course, everyone, as you remember, please, actually, hold on. Let me start over again here. Coven of Curiosities is a judgment-free zone. When you join the Coven, your stories and experiences will be heard because they matter and they are valued. Please rate, follow, like, share, and subscribe, for it's time to join the Coven and unveil the mysteries of the unknown. If you'd like to be a guest, reach out to me, your little host, Cindy, aka Giggles, at covenofcuriositypod@gmail.com. You can also reach me at Instagram. It's got too many underscores, so I'm just going to say it's coven_of_curiosity_pod_ss. So yes, I own all the underscores. Facebook is just Coven of Curiosity Podcast. I'm on TikTok, and then of course YouTube, Coven of Curiosity Pod. So remember, everyone, to embrace the Coven, be curious, and explore the eerie while you're discovering the dark world with our Coven. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.